Have you finished your holiday shopping yet? Have you even started? Well, either way, it's a time of year people tend to go overboard, especially with all the sales and good deals around this time of year. But remember, those bills add up, and it could be a rude reality come January. Well, in today's Money Monday, financial advisor Rob Wilson is here with some tips to keep our holiday spending in check without feeling like the Grinch. Rob, you are definitely in the holiday spirit. I love it.
I think I win the ugly sweater contest this year. I don't know, but we'll see.
I don't know. I'm kind of liking
You like
that.
this one? I think, it's not bad. It's not too bad, right?
It's kind of really cute, actually. Well, you've got some great advice here because we get wrapped up in the holidays, and even though it might be in the spirit of giving, you don't want to give to the point of really going into debt.
No way. You do not want to wreck your finances heading into the new year. And those credit cards come out so freely during this season. I felt like it'd be a good time to get some tips so people don't completely wreck their financial picture.
Exactly. Okay, so tip number one is develop your discipline.
Yes, absolutely. So look, all the budget tips and tricks in the world aren't going to help you if you just can't control yourself. So the very first thing that you have to do while you're doing your holiday spending is develop your discipline. Best way to do that is you have to set a budget. And when you set your budget, don't forget about expenses that are going to crop up, like wrapping, like shipping, and travel. That is a huge expense during the holiday season. So don't forget about those expenses. And the next thing is you have to think about what you're going to do with your family, okay? So you have to discipline yourself and just don't go way overboard. That is not going to be the thing that you want to do during the holiday season.
And if you can plan now, I mean, it's a little late for this year, but start saving all year long, you say?
You do have to save all year long. Look, Americans are going to spend about $936. That's about $78 a month, or roughly $20 a week. So why aren't you saving all of that money throughout the year? Get a little bit less lattes at Starbucks, put that money in a jar, and that way you're not surprised when Christmas rolls around and you have that money to spend.
Or you say you could even create a whole separate, just a Christmas account.
I really think you need to have a separate account because if it's commingled with all of the rest of your money, it's difficult to keep track. So create a separate account. You can create a free account at Schwab or Charles or Fidelity. There's no ATM fees, which is great, or you can use a prepaid debit card. But I say the next tip is when you running out of that cash, your spending is done. So do not use credit. If you use credit, that defeats the purpose of trying to get all these Black Friday sales and everything.
Right.
Once the cash is gone, that's it.
I like that. All right, so the next one is generate extra cash.
Yeah, this is big. I always want to think about the income side and not just the spending side. So the very first thing you could do is convert your old gift cards. So if you got gift cards laying around the house that people gave you haven't used, you could use the balances on those gift cards to buy other gifts, or you could use a website called cardcash.com to sell those gift cards, get the cash, and then buy your gifts. The other thing you can do is go through your closet or your garage, find things that still have tags on it or are in good condition, and sell that stuff on eBay. You know, what's one man's trash, another man's treasure.
Yep.
People may be able to really use what you just have laying around the house.
Well, and even if it's only a small amount, it's something. It's just sitting there wasting space.
It's definitely going to help. Why have the money just sitting there in your
Right.
closet when you could go out and use it to buy gifts?
Or
but
even
the last
donate
thing is,
it, right?
you got that right. If there's anything that you can't sell, you can go to Goodwill and donate it. Now, it may not put cash in your pocket right now, but because you can write it off on your taxes, you'll get a little bit more cash back at tax time.
Great. All right, and one more tip. Set expectations.
Look, this is really, really important because like I said before, people can just run wild during the holiday season. So the first thing you want to do is set expectations with your kids. We know you may not always be able to get them every single thing that they want for Christmas. So give them a little hand in a discussion about what's really important to them. Also have a discussion and set expectations with your family. It can get really expensive buying presents for everyone, especially if you have a really, really big family and you're all getting together. So maybe do something like a Secret Santa gift exchange where one person buys one gift. That way, when you're hanging out with your family, everybody has something to open and everyone's happy.
And even like a monetary amount, $20 or even just, a re-gift to something like that.
Set a limit because you don't want to have this awkward feeling when you're out at the mall saying, how much should I spend? What's too much? So if you set that ahead of time, it'll really eliminate the stress. And the last thing is set the expectations with yourself. Look, no matter how much money you spend during the holidays, it's not going to make you a better friend. It's not going to make you a better spouse. And it's definitely not going to make you a better parent. So ask your loved ones what's really important to them. And what you might really find is that the thing that they really want won't cost you a dime because what they truly want is to spend time with you. And that doesn't cost anything.
That's a great point. All right, so we are getting, 13 days or so to Christmas.
Yes.
If people have already overspent, any advice?
Yeah, so a lot of these things may apply to folks who are going to be spending next year if they went out and spent a lot of their money on Black Friday. So what I would say is probably try to slow it down now, and then when January comes around, let's set that budget. Let's figure out how you're going to pay those holiday bills off aggressively so you don't have all of those interest charges on your credit card racking up throughout the year.
And you can already talk to everybody, including kids, about expectations, needs versus wants, and it's never too late to do that.
This is the perfect time to have that conversation. If you teach them young, then they won't get in financial trouble when they get older and have to buy presents for their children.
Great advice, Rob. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Christine. Happy holidays.
I love the hat, too.
There it is.
For more of Rob's financial tips, you can watch for his regular Money Monday segments right here on PTL, or you can also check out his website. We have a link posted for you at kdka.com/PTL.